So glad that you could be here for the randomness that is me. All right, so let's go. All right, guys, if you're a dedicated tuber or twitcher, whichever one you call yourself, please report to duty. And I know that you're going to do so because you love me, and I appreciate each and every last one of you. So with that being said, guys, I want to welcome everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you so very much for being here. All right. As you know, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me. So I thank you so, so very much. While you are here, let's keep doing all of the good things. Make sure that we're sending our daily heart me, tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's go ahead. We're going to set one more penny goal. And I think I'm going to go for the, let me see here. Let's keep it old school. Let's go with the roses. All right. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and knock out those roses, guys, and also share the live, but within reason. We don't want to spam share. I love you more, Cloud. All right, with that being said, guys, thank you so much again for being here. I can't say it enough. Y'all know how I feel about y'all. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, and let's just keep being active participants in the live and doing all of the good things. With that being said, guys, with that being said, if you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. Get in the box. Let's have a conversation. Let's just have a conversation. Let's talk about all that is going on in the world today. All right. You can even come up here and pretend that you don't know that Trump is a piece of poop. We'll let you. We'll definitely let you do that. All right. And by will, I mean me, myself, and I, because, this here my juke joint. Okay. So with that being said, here are my nails. There's nothing special about them. They're just a French gold tip and one metallic chrome nail. So, but thank you. So yes, come on over. Come on over, Trumpers. Let's have a conversation. I always give you the choice. We can have a civil conversation, a decent discourse, or a heated exchange. The choice is yours. So if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box, all right? And just know that this is not your safe space. All right, let's go ahead and get this out of the way because why the hell not? Michael, are you here?
Good morning. How are you?
Good, Michael. It is 6 o'clock at night.
I go to bed at 6 a.m., so it's morning for me.
Michael, what do you want tonight?
I think that I want to say you want to talk respectfully, talk normal, or you could scream and yell. I
literally said a civil conversation, a decent discourse, or a heated exchange.
Well, I'd like to have a civil conversation with you.
But you don't support Donald Trump anymore. So it'd be pointless, right?
No, I'm independent where I support him 50%. And 50% I don't. Just like Biden, like you supported Biden 50%. You didn't like what he did 50% of the time. I believe that you're disingenuous. I'll tell you why.
I don't think that you know anything about me and my political choices. I never said anything like that about Joe Biden. So where did you get that from?
Well,
are you conflating me with someone else?
Making an assumption.
Oh, that's what happens when we assume, Michael.
I know, but I think that you're disingenuous because we have a world problem and you're playing videos, bouncing around, talking to people, muting yourself when people are trying to get up here. I waited 10 minutes.
Sorry, what?
You just muted yourself talking to Alexis for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I wasn't 5 minutes. It was more like 15 seconds because I was trying to find a song. What are you talking about? So how does it make me disingenuous? Like, what are we doing?
Because I'll tell you one time, you have white glasses. You have black glasses now, and you say
I do not have a pair of white glasses. My apologies if you are colorblind, but I don't own a pair of white glasses. So, I have a pair of gold glasses that I never wear anymore. I have a pair of these colorful frames here that I rarely wear. I don't wear these. I wear them like once a month. Yes, he said Alexis. All right. Also, additionally, I have a bunch of other frames that I don't wear that I've never worn on this live. So I'm not exactly sure what it is you're talking about, and it's becoming fucking weird. So what do you want?
Well, okay, I'm wrong. Maybe what I'm trying to say is that I think you're disingenuous because, you play music, you bounce around. I look at your personality is great. You do your lives great, but we need to have more constructive.
What kind of constructive conversation could we possibly have with you?
Because the debate is an exchange of knowledge. It's not arguing.
We know that.
Okay, so let's debate.
I never call these debates. I call them talks.
Okay, then let's talk then.
I said civil conversation, a decent discourse.
Yes, pretend we're at Starbucks.
Or a heated exchange. Well, did I say debate anywhere in there?
Okay, let's get down to brass brass tacks. I have to answer your question, and you're going to get very mad. I want to ask you if you saw a movie. Have you ever heard of an actress called Angelica Houston? Yes or no?
Why, Michael? I want you to get to the point.
There's
I don't
this
know if
movie-
because I'm trying to decide if I want to entertain this or not. Because my time is like this. So what is the point?
The point being is you've been doing this for about a year now.
Okay.
And every day it's the same thing. Trump this, Trump that. I mean, let's talk about.
Hey, Michael, I have a question for you. Who's the president of the United States?
Trump.
Okay, Trump is the president of the United States. Is Trump pretty much on a daily basis doing things that actually impact American citizens, such as you, such as myself, such as the 237 people watching, even such as Cosmo?
Actually, it's affecting me now. It's affecting everybody. So it's everybody's concern now.
So I have a question for you. My next question for you then, wouldn't it be, of some importance to actually talk about what it is that Donald Trump is doing?
Yes.
To keep people informed?
What he's doing is not good for the country.
We know that.
He's taking away birthright citizenship. He's changing things at Smithsonian Institute. He's changing Black history, which is wrong. He's dragging Latino people across Home Depot parking lot, which is wrong.
But Michael, not everyone sees it as wrong as you do, and also as I do, and also likely the majority of the people in here. Like Cosmo, come off mute, please.
Well, don't get me wrong.
Hold on, Michael, hold on. Hey, Cosmo.
Yes.
All right. Do you see any issue with what Donald Trump is doing, especially in regards to his actions when it comes to illegal immigration, to deporting undocumented immigrants?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. So, Michael, guess what?
What?
All right. We talked to people like Cosmo here, who doesn't find anything wrong with what it is that Donald Trump is doing. All right. To show that there are people out there who actually support this. And we want to highlight why. And it's not for Cosmo, because Cosmo believes what he believes. All right. Again, it's for the people who are watching. Hey, Mac, it's for the people that are watching. Okay.
Okay. So
do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
Let me talk to the people that are watching then, since you don't listen to what I have to say.
Would you like to go start your own live?
No, I'm gonna do that later, but I want to talk to you right now.
You want to talk to me, or are you talking to the people that are watching? Which one are you doing?
Everybody. Let's do it that way. Because I waited 10 minutes to get up here, because when you do your promos, they go on forever and ever. But
I have a setting, all right, to my live. We listen to a song, we get up to a certain number of likes, and then we start on YouTube and Twitch, because I dual stream.
Wow.
And then we start our conversations. And my apologies if you don't like that. But again, you do have the option to not be here. And you also have the option to start your own live and run it the way that you want to run it. Right, Michael?
I know. I don't think I'd be as good as you.
Well, then that's not my problem.
Okay, but let's get back to, you're trying to deflect. Let's get back to what we're talking about.
I'm not trying to deflect. I just don't want to talk to you anymore. You're not gonna come up here and like be rude to me and then think that I'm gonna talk to you. Like, good day, sir. Like, good day. You're not looking for any type of friendly conversation or anything of that nature. You're trying to come up here and tell me what to do and how to do it, sir. I don't take orders from no man. So there's that. Okay. Anywho, moving on. Some way, somehow, guys, Cosmo has made his way over to the nice part of TikTok. All right. So, Cosmo, hi, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. All right. So, Cosmo, as my prompt says, MAGA is scared to defend Trump. You have the opportunity to prove me wrong. What is it that you're looking to defend tonight?
I think I can defend any aspect
it is
of
Gucci.
Trump.
The choice is yours. What are you trying to defend?
Immigration.
Oh, of course. Everybody wants to talk about immigration. Okay. All right. So
we'll pick economy.
We'll pick the economy. All right. Are we going to be talking about tariffs?
And
how they're not working?
We could have an intelligent discussion about it. It seems to be like a very confusing discussion for many people.
No, I don't think that tariffs are confusing for many people. I think that the functionality of tariffs may be confusing for some people, but definitely not what they are. So before we go there, let me do this. Hey guys, it's over 300 of us up in here. Let's continue to tap, tap, tap that screen. Continue to share the live. Also, let's knock out the finger hearts. I can't see how many are left, but I think it's a little bit over 50. So I know that we can knock those out super duper easily. Also, guys, we do have a daily donation goal of $150. Pay links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. All right, it's the best way to support the live. And also, I see that YouTube is here. Hi, YouTube. Baby Blue, I see you. Wizard, I saw you say first. All right, hi, guys. Hi, Feisty. Hi, everyone on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. And if you're on YouTube and you want to support me, the best way to do so is via a super chat. And I just thank you all so much for the love, the support, the kindness, encouragement, and most definitely the engagement. All right, so Cosmo wants to have a conversation about the economy along with tariffs. So we're going to do that. All right. And let's see, let's just see what happens, guys. Okay, so Cosmo, what about the economy do you want to talk about? Because I said tariffs. What is it that you want to focus on?
Sure, tariffs is fine.
Okay.
I think
let's make sure we have a let's make sure we have a baseline understanding. I think we all know at this point what a tariff is and who pays the tariff, I hope. What is the function of a tariff?
The idea behind a tariff is to, in Trump's case, is to bring U.S. purchasing power to the United States.
Okay, so to spur domestic production. Okay.
Instead of exporting it.
Okay. We'll take that. So, that's fine. Yes, a tariff is a tool. A tariff is a tool. So, well, the function of a tariff, Cosmo, that wouldn't be it, I guess. I was going to give it to you, but I was told, no, that's not it. So the function of a tariff, it is a tool, is basically to spur domestic production. That's what it is supposed to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's supposed to be targeted, but how is Donald Trump utilizing the tariffs?
He's using it as a negotiating tool, not just a production tool, a U.S. production tool.
But he's not doing targeted tariffs. What he's doing is he is charging everyone a tariff. What he's doing is he is charging blanket tariffs and making it so that he actually does have to fight for these trade deals. Now,
I think what he's actually doing is sort of a hybrid, right?
You think so? Why?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think there's a percentage of blanket tariffs that exist, and then I think there's negotiations that he has with countries that are sort of selective. It's not a blanket. It's more of a specific tariff. It's certain products, not all products, not all imports.
Yeah, it is. He's placed tariffs on imports from I guess over what? Excluding, well, he paused the China tariffs, but over 130 countries, he placed tariffs on them. And then he said that he would get the 90 deals in 90 days. And how many deals has he gotten so far, Cosmo?
He's gotten a lot of deals.
What deals has he got so far, Cosmo? Tell the class.
I think Canada was the most recent deal that he closed, right? Canada sort of caved in on the tariffs. I mean, Democrats will say no, but it seems like they came down on their retaliatory tariff, right? That's a big deal.
I'm sorry. My apologies. It's sometimes that when I ask a question and I don't get the answer to the question, I just I'm sorry, I know what we're talking about. My question was, how many trade deals has Donald Trump done? Like, how many has he closed? No, you said many. So that's not it. That's not an answer. How many? Because he promised 90 in 90 days. We're past the 90 days and we definitely don't have 90 deals. So how many?
Well, like you said, it's hard to put a finger on how many exactly because they were paused, right?
No, the tariffs with China were paused again.
Yeah, so what I said to you was many, and then I said after that, I guess the latest and greatest was Canada.
He doesn't have any trade deals with Canada.
He has a deal with Canada where the retaliatory tariff was removed. That was what Canada agreed to.
Nope. Hasn't been finalized. So he doesn't have a trade deal with Canada.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying that there are no trade deals finalized?
I didn't say that. I said he doesn't. I'm sorry. I had to ask a question because here's the thing that you all like to do. You try to like make people think that they said something that they didn't say. All right. So what I said was the trade deal with Canada hasn't been finalized. That's what I said. That's literally what I said. So then you go on and you say, oh, so he didn't finalize the deal with Canada. So are you saying that no deal has been finalized? When did you hear that?
Well, here's what I did.
When did you hear that?
I heard from Canada, from the mouth of Canada.
That no, you did not hear that from the mouth of Canada. You didn't. Yeah. There's no deal that has been finalized by them.
They specifically agreed not to decrease the retaliatory or take away the retaliatory tariff.
So Donald Trump has 6 because you can't answer the question, which I'm because you don't know, and so that's okay.
I gave you one sixth of.
No, you gave me 0 of nothing because you didn't. They don't have a trade deal with Canada, love. Okay.
Didn't you hear what Canada said about the tariffs and everything?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not. They did not strike a deal.
And we decided
they did not strike a deal. Only people that Donald Trump has actually stricken a deal with so far have been the United Kingdom, Japan, Vietnam, Indonesia, the Philippines, and the EU. That's it. Also, the one with China is still preliminary because he keeps taking the tariffs off the table, puts them back on. He keeps chickening out, taco and whatnot. So there's that. That's all right. So, okay, go get us the details of the Canada deal then. Since they have this magical deal with Canada that you believe exists, by all means, go get us the details of the deal with Canada. Tell me where you found it. I'll look it up and I'll be happy to read it. Go ahead.
So when you're leaving, come back and do that?
No, you don't have to leave, Cosmo. You know how this works. You can teacup. Go get the information.
Hold on 1 second.
Thank you. Appreciate you. There's no deal with Canada. I really wish he would understand that. Like, seriously. Also, because we haven't done it in a minute, here we go. Let's play some hold music. Because why not? All right, y'all. Don't embarrass me in front of Itchy, okay? Itchy is here. Act like y'all got some sense.
Man. My fault, Miss Erica.
It's okay.
I did not come up with a double team on Cosmo.
No, that's right. Like, what are we doing?
There's a trade deal. I'm going to get you the details. Hold on.
Hey, Cosmo, I know you heard Itchy talking. Be for real.
There is a trade deal. Hold on.
What did you say, Itchy?
Yeah, I just said I was tapping your screen. That's all.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Go ahead and drop me down.
Will do. Have a great night.
You too.
I can't wait to hear about this magical deal that Canada has made with the United States, guys. We're all looking forward to it. Now, with that being said, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things. We're working on the Tiny Dinies, and we're also working towards getting to 100,000 likes. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, with that being said, shout out to my girl, Lindsay, for the $15. I appreciate you, Lindsay. Did it come with a message today? I got to make sure. Yes, that is so true. Lindsay said, because Black women don't work for free. I know that's right, baby. Thank you so much, Lindsay. Drop some hearts in the chat for Lindsay, y'all. Thank you so much. We're now 135 away from our daily donation goal. Pay links are in the bio. It's the best way to support the live. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can send a super chat. All right. And that's also a great way to support the live. I appreciate each and every last one of you. All right. And guys, we're still holding for Cosmo, which is okay. All right, so we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens because as far as I know, all right, out of the deals that Donald Trump has made, none of them are a benefit to the American people, but we'll definitely get there eventually within this conversation. I'm going to give you guys some more hold music, but it's going to be like not copyrighted. There we go. Y'all, did y'all enjoy that? No? Okay, I understand why you didn't. It's cool. It's fine. I totally understand. I totally get it. No! Cosmo skedaddled? You gotta be fucking kidding me. There's no way that Cosmo skedaddled. Now, guys, tell me about that trade deal. Tell me about that trade deal that the U.S. has made with Canada. All right, moving on, guys. Moving on. That was fun. That was fun. Oh, Cosmo's back, guys. Cosmo's back. Come on, Cosmo. Tell us about the trade deal.
You just automatically dropped me. The
didn't-
NAFTA deal that he had was renegotiated. That's number one.
The NAFTA deal? What NAFTA deal that was under Donald Trump?
And then the Canada-Ecuador
I'm
free trade
sorry.
agreement.
What NAFTA deal was under Donald Trump? This is so funny because he's talking about when NAFTA expired and that Donald Trump came up with the USMCA deal.
I
The
didn't
one
say
that he
that.
called a pretty bad deal.
I
He
didn't
called
say
that a
that.
pretty, but he came up with it. Well, why would you mention NAFTA when talking about Donald Trump?
Because he renegotiated it, right?
He renegotiated it.
That's a.
How did he renegotiate something that ended? NAFTA ended. It expired. So Donald Trump
he
came up with a
resurrected it.
new. He didn't resurrect it. He
Mm.
came up with a new deal, and he called it
what I just
USMCA trade deal. That's not what you said.
The renegotiation.
It's literally
is a
not
big
what
deal.
you said.
The
My
renegotiation is a big deal, babe.
God, Jesus Christ, bruh. It's
A
literally not what you said.
renegotiation is a big deal.
Anywho, Cosmo, you're talking about stuff that has happened prior to 2025. All right. The question at hand is what
You
trade
just
deal?
blew it. You just blew your argument.
What? I didn't blow my argument.
You
You're talking
did.
about stuff that happened in his first term, my guy.
Listen,
Like, what are you
here's
talking
what
about?
You're saying.
Donald
Here's what-
Trump literally, no,
here's
you're
what you're
not going to do
suggesting.
that. You're going to hush. You're going to hush. You're not doing that. That's so silly. All right. You're talking about something that happened 5 years ago. When you know for a fact that we are literally talking about 2025, all right, and Canada's response to Donald Trump's tariffs that he placed on them in the month of February, then again in March, and then again in April. Okay? That is literally what we're talking about. So I want you to tell us, Cosmo, what trade deal between Canada and the United States has been finalized in 2025? Oh, he's listening. He's just trying to figure out a way to snake his way out of this.
C5.
So I'm sorry? No one can hear you. You were on mute, love.
C5.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
Season Charlie 5.
Season Charlie 5? Did he say season Charlie 5? Did he like
C
Sierra?
as in Charlie, number 5.
C5? What does C5 mean?
I thought
Oh, look at that. I need you to just retain the information for the love of God, Cosmo. Please, I'm begging you.
just look up.
No, because you didn't say anything. You just said C5. What's C5?
It removes trade barriers.
I have no
It's
idea
an
what you're
act that
talking
removes
about.
trade barriers.
I'm literally looking at a timeline of the trade deal, like the trade
2025.
stuff here.
In 2025.
We're literally like in March, he charges them the 25% tariff. And then in July, he increases it to 35%.
That's
All
what
right. He
realized.
also has placed a 50% tariff on Canadian steel and aluminum back in June. All
That's not
right.
blanket, though.
What's happened is that during going in response to our tariffs, Canada imposed its own retaliatory tariffs on the U.S. However, as of September 1st, Canada is deciding to remove the retaliatory tariffs
Yes.
themselves. That is not a trade deal, you silly pants. They're
It's a
doing that because paying a higher tax on imported goods hurts Canadians. They don't give a fuck about the Americans. It hurts Canadians.
You know how
because
tariffs work?
Cosmo, who pays the tariff?
Do you know how tariffs work?
Who pays the tariff, Cosmo?
Depends on what side of the table you're on.
Who pays the tariff, Cosmo?
Indirectly, the consumer.
Indirectly, the consumer. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. So again, Cosmo, with that
Those
being
tariffs
said,
exist.
where is the trade deal between the United States and Canada, love? Like, tell us,
So
where's
do
the trade deal?
Do you know what a trade deal is?
Excuse me. Hold on. Hey, Justin. Hey, Justin. Did you vote for Donald Trump, love?
I did, unfortunately.
You did, unfortunately. May I ask you a question?
You should kick dust, Justin.
Are
right now.
you aware Justin, of any trade deal between Canada and the United States that has been finalized?
No, because in order for there to be a trade deal, there has to be a signed actual deal in place, not just a verbal agreement.
Boop. That part. Thank you, Justin.
So
Justin,
That
just
would be like
about
that,
C5
that would be
deal.
like that would be like me saying I have a deal with Wells Fargo,
Oh my!
and I have a deal in place with Wells Fargo that they're going to add $10,000 to my bank account tomorrow.
Justin, C5 is a written, executed deal.
No, it's not.
2025.
It's not, because
Go do
again,
your
I'm a
research, buddy.
registered Well, you're the one who's had to jump off of here 7 times to go do research, so you clearly don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm trying to accommodate her. I'm trying to be respectful to the host.
I mean, I'm a registered Republican.
She's
so I'm
like
not
all over the
attacking
place.
you
She
from-
doesn't even know what a trade deal is.
Hey, Justin, don't let him gaslight you, okay? He will try really hard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a registered Republican, so I'm
That
not
doesn't mean
attacking
anything.
you,
What's that
Cosmo,
mean?
from the other side
Stop
of the
interrupting him,
Well,
Cosmo.
You're a rhino, bro.
Well, it does, because you just actually said it for me, because anyone that opens their eyes and starts doing their own homework and then questions and says, hey, everything I voted for, you're not doing.
Justin, he ran on
Hey,
tariffs.
Cosmo?
What MAGA has now started doing is you're a rhino, you're a rhino, you're a rhino. No, I'm actually I'm a traditional conservative. I stand behind traditional Republican beliefs, not the ground that Donald Trump walks on.
He ran on tariffs,
So-
Justin. Did you know what a tariff was before he ran? Before you voted for him?
He ran on tariffs and a multitude of other things that he still hasn't done.
He ran on tariffs his first election. He ran on tariffs the second election, and he's executing tariffs.
And to her point, this whole I'll have 90 in 90 days. We have 6 in 6 months.
Oh,
So at that rate, in order for him to get 90, we'll have to circumvent the Constitution the way he wants to for him to hit that 90.
Talk about it.
So you think that Donald Trump is the only president in the United States that's ever allegedly circumvented the United States Constitution?
Well,
Every
running
single
on a third
judge,
term,
every
running
single
up,
judge
running for a third,
violates
running
the
for a third
Constitution.
term wouldn't be allegedly
There's
circumventing
no
the
third term,
Constitution.
buddy. That's speculation. Where are you getting this from? He's too
He
old.
Literally
said
came
out
out
of
of
his
his mouth.
He's not
He came out
running
of
for a
his
third
mouth.
term. It's something that
wants to.
people are just hyped
He
that
wants
people
to.
talk about.
No. In order to say it's hype, it would have to be speculation, not directly out of his own mouth.
It's 100%. He didn't say he was running for a third term. He never said that.
He said he wants to explore the possibilities and that there are legal loopholes. If he wanted to run for a third term, he could do it.
And he is correct about that. He is correct about that. You just don't want to accept that.
What legal loopholes could he use to run for a third
There
term?
could be many reasons that result in a non-certification.
You
of-
say you say stuff, but you don't really actually say anything. It's a bunch of nothing.
Well,
You
who
just words.
certifies? Who certifies the election?
It's literally
That's a bunch of nothing.
filler words.
No, Erica, he's actually right. Right. If Donald Trump bullies JD Vance the way that he couldn't bully his last VP, Mike Pence, and Pence thankfully had a spine and upheld the Constitution, which is what they're sworn to do. But he is right that if he bullies JD Vance and JD Vance doesn't have a spine, there are ways that he could circumvent the Constitution. He's right in that sense, but it all goes
What if
back
he
to
doesn't bully him?
circumventing the
What if
Constitution.
JD Vance says, what if he doesn't bully JD Vance, right? And JD Vance in this hypothetical scenario just decides to do what needs to be done under the circumstances. What if it's
So what would be done under the circumstances? Running for presidency,
hypothetically,
hoping he wins, then stepping down and saying, no, I'd rather Donald Trump do it.
No,
That's your
hypothetically,
legal loophole. That's your legal loophole, right?
it's not. No, not at all. Hypothetically, what could happen is if we use if we use a scenario whereby it was Pence and Trump, and you're saying Trump is bullying the vice president into doing something. It could just be a matter of the vice president not certifying the election because he sees that there's some kind of
Circumventing the
malfeasance.
Circumventing the Constitution is the word that you're looking for.
Circumventing the Constitution is not what
okay
I'm
to
looking
say
for.
it.
If the Constitution allows the vice president to not certify, that's not circumventing the Constitution.
It does when we.
Do you know what
elections for
circumventing the
last-
Constitution means?
It does when we have a process that we've upheld for the last 100 years, and
No.
just because a
Precedent
grown
doesn't mean
70-year-old
it's law.
man can't accept the fact that he lost a fair election, because there's no. I mean, this has been just spoken about ad nauseum for the past 4 years. There is no physical evidence.
Yeah, but what you're
So,
saying
but
is,
here's the thing, though.
What you're
Sorry,
saying is that
hey, excuse me.
the
Hey, guys.
scope
Cosmo,
of
shut.
the vice president.
Cosmo, be quiet. But here's the thing. Basically, like the VP is more so just like a figurehead. He gets to open, he or she opens the envelope, and they
Not
they
really.
get to read out it. But actually, yes, really, actually, because they don't do the actual counting. So
Let's
they
talk
don't
about
have
the
the
certification then.
excuse me. They don't have the actual unilateral decision making there to reject or even alter the electoral votes. All right. So yes, it can cause a constitutional crisis, but it wouldn't mean that the electoral votes that actually did come through don't count just because the vice president said, I reject this. No, it doesn't happen.
Is
But
it called the
basically, hold
electoral
on.
vote, or is it the electoral?
Electoral.
Right.
Am I
You
saying
said
it-
electoral.
Oh, okay. So what's your point? Is
Just
that what
keep
you want to
on
do? Is
trying to
that
be
is that
grammatically
literally
correct.
what is that what you want to do?
No, I'm just
Are
trying
you
to help
upset
you out.
that you're being proven wrong? Is that
No,
what's
I'm trying-
happening?
I
So you want
wasn't
to try to do
proven
that?
wrong.
Is that what you want to do?
Tell
I
me
think
you're
that's what you
losing
wanna
an
do.
argument without saying you're losing an argument.
Exactly. Like, is that what you want to do?
Did I lose an
Because you're
argument?
losing. Yes, you are. Yeah,
You mean
you
the vice
are.
president of the United
Yeah,
States?
because what
is
ends
not
up
allowed to
actually
certify?
happening, you know who actually has the power in the
He's not
United
allowed to
States?
certify the votes.
Let me tell you who has the
Election.
power in the United States. The power actually lies with Congress, both chambers, the House and the Senate.
We understand
So
that.
what
We
ends
don't
up
need that lesson.
happening is that both the Senate, in order for it to actually be rejected, both the Senate and the House have to raise those objections and debate it, and they must vote on it. So if Trump were some way somehow to convince JD Vance to not certify an election, what would end up happening is that that's all he can do. All right. If the Senate and
That's
the
a big
House or
deal.
Congress, if the Senate and the House and Congress don't object it also, then it's going to be certified. All right. If they do object it, they have to argue it out, debate it, and then they have to vote on it.
We did
All
not.
right. So JD
not the
Vance
issue
doesn't
we were
hold
talking
that
about.
power to just say that, oh, I don't certify this election, so therefore it doesn't count. It don't work that way.
That's
Try
not what
something
we were
else, Cosmo. Anywho, Donald Trump has actually, as recently as this month, he did say in a CBS News interview, all right, that he probably would not seek a third term, but then said that he'd like to run. To quote him, he said, "I like to run." All right. So what he's
Hey,
doing is
never heard
called
him say
double
that.
speak.
So Cosmo, if he has no true interest, tell me why every conservative influencer is asking, would you vote for him in 2028? Would you vote for him in 2028? Why are we living in a fantasy world where I'm even entertaining the idea about why would I vote for him in 2028 when he constitutionally can't? And if, as you say, he's never said he wants to.
It's called dumb sheep. That's what we call it. It's clicks.
So hold on, wait. So what you're telling me is every MAGA conservative is a dumb, or every MAGA influencer is a dumb sheep, is what you just admitted.
No, they're not dumb. They're trying to get clicks.
You just said they're dumb sheep.
Yes.
Dumb sheep on TikTok, yes. On TikTok, there's a lot. All of the voters are not on TikTok.
Well, the one that loves him the most and won't get off the floor for him, Charlie Kirk's the one that loves pumping that out the most.
Holy
So now you're-
shit.
That you cannot run again. Trump is not going to run again. He's too old to run again. And he's
Well,
not
he did
gonna do
say
it.
it. He did say as recently as yesterday he can do what he wants because he's the president.
He can.
And he said
Presidents have powers more than
no.
you.
There's checks and more than you two, buddy. So I mean, we're not sitting here
Of
talking
course.
about who has more power than me
Of
or
course,
Hey,
the
I agree.
president.
Justin. Justin.
Presidents
sorry to
aren't
interrupt
regular
you. Hey,
people.
Cosmo, I'm just going to mute you because you don't know when to stop. Hey, Justin, one moment. All right. You're slowly becoming one of my favorite Republicans, but we'll see what happens. Guys,
Okay.
guys, please prepare yourselves to drop all of the hearts in the mother effing chat, please. All right. Like I have to read the message. They do want to remain anonymous, and I will allow that. All right. I'll allow it. But oh my God. You didn't have to do that. That is so. Thank you so much to our anonymous donor for the $149.99 donation tonight, clearing out our daily donation goal within the first 30 minutes of the goddamn show. All right. So freaking awesome. Thank you so much. They said, love you and what you do. Thank you so much. I love you more. Thank you so very much. And no, it was not Santana. Okay. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Drop all the hearts in the chat for our anonymous donor. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. All right, Justin, go back to cooking him. Get it.
All right, so let me just get this straight. So you guys say
I said Justin go back to cooking him, and you over here talking Cosmo. I swear.
Okay, Justin, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nobody's disagreeing that the president has power, but we have checks and balances. We have checks and balances in this government, in this country, for a reason, so that he doesn't have unilateral power, no matter who he is, whether it's someone I didn't vote for or someone I did vote for. I don't think one person should have unilateral authority. That, my friend,
news for you.
That, my friend, is what you would call a dictatorship.
I have bad news for you. Every president of the United States
does not have unilateral power. They have immunity.
Presidential
you might want to look up the difference between immunity and a unilateral power.
Eric, he's cutting me off. You said nothing.
I am, because what you're trying to say doesn't.
You said nothing, bro. You're cutting me off.
Oh my God. I'm in a classroom.
You know the difference.
Oh no, Cosmo. No, you didn't leave, did you? No, you went bye-bye. I didn't even get to play the thing for you. So, hey, Justin, quick question. Why do you regret your vote for Donald Trump?
Because everything that he ran on, I haven't seen yet. And I've had some personal situations in my family. I had a family member that was affected by SA, unfortunately, that even though I knew he was a crap before, it affected me really when it hit. So I'm wrapping a little bit of personal.
Ooh. I think it's you. You're cutting out really bad. Or is that me? It was choppy.
I can jump back.
Okay, yeah, drop down and come back up.
I can jump back in a second.
Okay, thank you. Because I do want to hear from you. All right, I definitely want to hear from Justin and have that conversation. All right, so guys, we're off to a fantastic start. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Get in the box. Let's have a conversation. All right, again, all right, it can be a civil conversation, a decent discourse, or it can be a heated exchange. The option is yours. It's up to you. It really is up to you. All right. Once you get in the box, and I want you to defend Donald Trump. Yeah, Cosmo is a major no. I'm not really going to talk about him because he's not here. But for some reason or another, he thinks that the executive branch holds a lot more power than it actually does. But yet he acknowledges that Congress is the one that could stop all of this. It's very weird. It's just very weird. It's like he wants Donald Trump to be something that he's not. Could it be a dictator? You never know. A king? You never know, guys. You never. All right. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. Tap the screen, share the live. Let's take care of the tiny dinies. We are doing absolutely fantastic, and we are looking to have conversations with Trump supporters. All right. Shout out to YouTube. I see there's a few more over there. I appreciate you all for watching and chatting. You all are fantastic. So thank you so very much. All right. Yeah, I'm starting to really believe that they do want a king, which is weird. Because do they want a king in the King George sense, or more so in the King Charles, what we have today sense? Because if you know, the monarchy over in Great Britain right now is nothing. Helium is nothing but for a figurehead. That's all they do. They just do ceremonial stuff. They don't have any actual control. That all sits with Parliament. All right. Our equivalent of Parliament, of course, would be Congress. All right. Or are we wanting a king in the sense of King George, during the Revolutionary War time? All right. The guy who was actually imposing the laws and running shit. Do we want one of those? What do we want? What are they looking for? What are they looking for? That's what I wonder. Like, what kind of king is it? That's what I'm thinking. I want to know what kind of king is it. Thank you for the heart, me love. So, DJ, as much as you try, you're not coming up here. We're not going to engage in your hate tonight. Okay? All right. All right. So just enjoy for the comments. Just enjoy from the comments. Anywho, guys, if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Get in the box and let's have a conversation. Yay, Justin's back. All right, did you load? I can't tell. Oh, I'll send him an invite and see what happens. Okay, yeah, but if you voted for Donald Trump, get in the box. Get in the box. See, guys, I told you I can do the voice without doing the thing. I was like, get in the box. There we go. Okay, welcome back, Justin. You got better signal?
That should be better.
Ooh, you kind of have an echo, though. Are you using Bluetooth?
I am. I can turn it off for you real quick.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yep. Yeah, no echo anymore, so we're good. Okay, so you were telling us why you regret your vote for Donald Trump. What happened?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't do the level of research that I should have done. You know, and since he's been in now, I've done some more of my own research. You know, instead of just taking everybody's opinion. I've had some things happen in my life to family members. Like I said, I think we can all agree he's probably always been a bad person and kind of a scumbag. But when certain topics that he's been accused of hit home in your family, you view it differently. So I have even less respect for him as a human being now than probably did before. But just also, like I was trying to tell Cosmo, I've never considered myself MAGA. I've always been a traditional conservative Republican. And I think we have completely escalated away from the Republican Party at this point.
Yes.
I mean, he's essentially created a third party, right? Like, this is not the Republican Party.
It's not. The Republican Party, I think, died a few years ago. So it definitely is MAGA now. And MAGA does not share the same values.
Well, and guys like that, right? Like, and it's funny. I knew he was going to call me a rhino because that's their go-to, right? It's like, oh, if you don't worship the ground that Trump walks on, you're not a Republican, and it's just laughable because I'm like, no, I'm just not in a cult, and that's absolutely what it is. That's absolute. Like, the fact that he can blatantly just sit in front of the media in a press cabinet meeting and say just outrageous things and nobody questions it. Like, nobody bats an eye.
No one.
Like, I saw, and this is not some, conspiracy. This is something I saw with my own eyes. They asked him something about, Westmore, the governor or the mayor up in Baltimore, and he says, "Oh, I love black people and this, that, and the other." And he goes on this whole rant about how and I'm like, you immediately jump to that instead of talking about the man's credentials. He just immediately his first thought is, "Yeah, I love black people, but I hate Westmore." And I'm like, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is the face of our country. He goes on this rabbit hole about how Pam Bondi's, beautiful, but he can't say Pam Bondi's beautiful because at the end of his career, I think you're seeing in live action what some Republicans and mostly MAGA accused Joe Biden of for the last 4 years. You're seeing the deterioration in the decline of his cognitive health in lifetime.
Exactly. We truly are.
I don't think there's any debate about that. But I guess I voted for him on the economy first and foremost because I bought a bunch of his lies, unfortunately. And now 8 months later, 6 months later, whatever we're in, I've realized it was all a lie. But I also voted I'm somewhat, I guess, of a libertarian, you could say.
Then he's going against literally everything that you believed in.
Exactly, and because I'm very much a let's pull back all the curtains right behind the government and show me all the ugly truths, and he ran on that. We're going to be a transparent country. if we just want to run through a couple things, hey, I'm going to release the JFK files. I know that sounds stupid to a lot of people in the grand scheme, but I'm a person that our government has hid answers from us for 40 years. I wanted to see what the truth was. Well, you release the JFK files, everything's redacted.
Yep.
Hey, I'm going to release the Jeffrey files. You
Yep.
release the They had a whole circus event where they paraded binders out. Hey, here's the files. And then 2 weeks later, the files don't exist. I would rather you get in front of a camera, and this is just me personally. I can't speak for anybody else. I would rather you get in front of a camera and say, I think you're an idiot, and you'll believe anything I say.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying without saying it. But I would rather you just do that.
But here's the thing: when it comes to Trump, for me, is the people in which he has actually surrounded himself with. They're legit all loyalists. They're sycophants.
They're all yes men. They're nobody that has a spine of their own that can stand up to him.
Exactly. Like Donald Trump, when he was signing the EO, attempting to make flag burning a crime. But Justin, even within the EO, and you may already know this, it literally says that flag burning is not a crime. And
it's an expression of the First Amendment.
Exactly.
Now, whether I disagree with it or not,
exactly.
I served 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I served 4 years in the Army.
Yep.
I love this. I love this country. I have people that I consider brothers and sisters that died for this country. But you know what? I fought for this country for everybody's freedoms, not for the freedoms of the people that only agree with me.
Okay. So
right?
I know you said, okay, I have to figure this out because I'm typically not this patient with people who have MAGA regret, but it's something about you, Justin. I can't put my finger on it. You remind me of like the Republicans I used to know back in the day. So I think that probably is what it is. So like when it came down to it, because we all know about like Donald Trump, the man, right? And I know you said that you voted for him based on the economy. Like, was that matter so great, even knowing what he did in his first term, especially with starting a trade war with China, increasing the tariff on lumber, and so increasing the cost of homes being built? Like, was that she wasn't even an option? Because Donald Trump told us, like Kamala told us too, but Trump also told us what he was going to do.
Yeah, and I guess there are certain things that I'm a loyal, I guess, quote unquote, a loyalist, not in that sense, but I guess loyal in my own beliefs that I disagreed with really strongly with on her, that I couldn't convince myself. So I guess it is a cop-out, what I'm about to say, and I can self-admit that it's a cop-out. I guess it was easy.
As long as you recognize it.
For me to vote. I guess it was easier for me to vote party lines and say, hey, I'm going to believe him than it was. So, like, some of them I'm very pro 2A. I'm extremely pro 2A, right? And there were no 100% she was going to do away with the 2A, but there were some restrictions.
Mm-hmm.
There were some restrictions that she wanted to enact on 2A that that's a hill I'll always die on. I'm so 2A that I would die on that hill. But it's also funny now because now you fast now I was gonna say, but now you fast forward, you fast forward 6-7 months, and I live just outside of DC now. I used to live in a very red state. Now I live outside of DC, and now he's the one that's going around rounding up all the pew-pews, and I'm like, wait a second, you're supposed to be the most pro 2A president in history.
Not at all.
One of the points that you ran on. Exactly. And now, again, you're openly spitting in the face of the people who voted for you and saying, yeah, hey, I told you this. But it's almost like a, hey, I told you this, haha, got you kind of thing.
No, it literally is, because here's the thing. Who is the president who tried to pass the last piece of major gun legislation? I should say anti-gun reform.
It was, I believe it was Republicans, wasn't it?
It was
I'm
Donald
not
Trump.
entirely sure.
No, you're okay. You're good. It was
Okay, I
Donald
would say I
Trump.
don't
It was Trump with the bump stop ban.
with the bump
After,
stocks. You're right, correct.
yeah,
correct.
after I think it was a shooting in Las Vegas at the music
It
festival.
was. You are 100% correct. Yeah.
And so he did do that, but it never got passed into law because it was struck down. So there's that. But he was the one who tried it. And one thing, like prior to the election, one thing that I would talk about, and people don't listen. All right, Justin, I'm just going to give you some advice for life. Okay. Listen to Black women. Okay. If you don't do nothing
I
else,
got
Justin,
you.
just
I
listen
got
to
you.
Black women. All right. I was
Hey,
trying
look,
to tell people.
I grew up.
Mhm.
I grew up in Southern New Orleans, so I got a bunch of extra
So
mamas.
you get it. Okay. So you get it. So I was trying to tell people that like Donald Trump is a fan of Schmittler. All right. Like his ex-wife even
100%.
said that he kept, Mein Kampf on his nightstand. And that was actually a book that he read. And so with that being said, one of the things about Germany at that time is that Schmittler did go after people's pew-pews because under an authoritarian regime, citizens can't have access to that type of power because it can then be used against the government. All right. So what Schmittler, because I typically say words over here, but I do try to stay away from that one. What Schmittler did allow is for those with money, so the wealthy, right, to keep their pew-pews. But the working and the middle class, those who ain't got, the money to have access, they didn't have firearms. They didn't have them. They couldn't, they were confiscated.
Well,
that's what Trump is going to do to us.
I was going to say, and I guess to that end, this is something that I've kind of come to grips with probably in the past 3 or 4 weeks, honestly, like,
Mm-hmm.
and you just touched on it. It starts with that.
Yep.
Right. And you're right. There's history to show us this. You take those away,
Mm-hmm.
you take away the people's ability to fight back, and it makes it a whole hell of a lot easier to then do whatever you want.
Exactly.
And guess what we're seeing now? Because my question when that first happened here was, okay, if it's the second today, when does it become the first?
Exactly.
Well, now you're seeing it become the first, because again, I don't agree with burning a flag. Like I said, I have people I consider brothers and sisters that I've seen in their early 20s go into a hole in the ground. So yes, it upsets me, but at the same time, it's part of the Constitution that I swore to protect, right?
Exactly.
So I don't have to like it, but it is a right that I gave 4 years and swore that, I was there to defend. So if you're now taking the second from us, if it starts with a flag, at what point does it become you can't say anything bad about him? At what point does it become entirely limiting speech?
Exactly. Because he even said out of his own mouth, because he knows that burning the flag is not a crime, he said, we'll find federal charges to charge them with. Well, that's what he said.
That's what they did to this guy here. They did that. His actual charge wasn't burning a flag. It was something like disrupting the peace or something like. Because you're right.
He the veteran out in DC.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name is Jay something. Yeah.
And again, like I said a couple times, I don't agree with it personally. But what does that tell you about the state of our country right now?
Exactly.
If people who have put their life on the line for this country feel so disgusted by this country that they're burning the very flag that they fought to protect.
It's giving 4th of July. If anyone's seen that movie, it's giving 4th of July. It's giving discouraged, disenchanted. They know they probably feel lied to. I didn't serve, so I can't say what Jay was feeling or what any of our vets like you are feeling. And his name is Jay Carey. I have a question for you. I really do. I want to know if it's actually twofold. If we had to go back into time, all right, and if we had to go back into time, would you still vote for Donald Trump?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. That answers my question. All right. Cool. Cool. All right. It's so much harm that is being done, and some people don't believe that we'll have a blue wave come the midterms because of all that Donald Trump is actually doing, especially with the gerrymandering, also with him trying to take control of these blue cities. It's not because he hold on one more. It's not because, how can I put this? It's not because of crime, guys. Donald Trump is literally trying to take control of these areas in order to actually prevent people from exercising their First Amendment right to peaceful protest. If people are afraid to go outside,
1,000%
right?
without question.
Yeah, if they're afraid to go outside, if they're afraid of being harmed, if parents are afraid of their children being hurt and being arrested, especially with him wanting to get rid of cashless bail nationwide, then parents aren't going to let their 19-year-old go out there and protest. They would feel that they're putting them into harm's way. I know that I would feel that I would be putting my child into harm's way. And then parents themselves are like, well, I don't want to put myself into it's basically to discourage people from protesting. Hey, Sky. So that's what we have. That's literally what we are working with right now. And I'm like, what is the recourse here? Like, Justin, what do you think? What can people actually do? What do you think?
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I guess you're right. I don't have that answer. I wish I did because you're spot on. So, like I said, I live outside of DC now. I grew up in New Orleans. Right, I've lived here for about 4 years. When I moved here in 21, was it a little bit worse? Yeah, it was a little bit worse. And I mean, I looked it up because I heard the statistic. And again, I've gotten to the point where I don't just take everything at face value. So I said, I'm going to look this up myself. And it is true. The DC area right now is at a 30-year low in terms of crime, violent crime. So what are we cleaning up? I mean, it's a big metropolitan area. You're always going to have homeless people. You're always going to have some crime. That comes kind of with the territory. What I find just A, hypocritical, B, peak irony, hilarious and delusional is his Speaker of the House. If we're federalizing now cities and saying you can't do your job and I'm going to send in the National Guard and do it for you, they really need to. Mike Johnson needs to take a look in the mirror at his own home state, because I love my home state to death.
Tell it.
I'm a Louisiana boy, born and bred. That'll always be home to me. I would be more afraid at 33 years old right now to live in New Orleans than I am to live in DC.
Exactly. And you know what's so funny about that, Justin, is that like I go to different spaces and I'll ask the question, like, if the actual crime that's exploding in this nation is happening in cities that are located in red states, why isn't Donald Trump sending the Guard there? No one can answer the question. They simply can't answer that question.
Well, and they asked him that question yesterday. They asked him that question yesterday. What did he say? In his press cabinet. They said, you're mobilizing the National Guard because now next on his hit list is Chicago and Baltimore. And they said, would you ever mobilize the National Guard to red cities and states? And his response was, I would think about it, but if you look at the list of the top 25 in the country, almost all of them are run by Democratic people. Well,
yeah, the cities are,
because
but the majority of the cities are ran by Dems, but the majority of the states are red.
The states themselves are red, right? And that's, like I said, I can tell you firsthand because I spent 26 years there. The unaliving rate in New Orleans is top 5 in this country every year. It has been for the 26 years that I lived there. I mean, that's a blue city, but it's a deep red state.
Yep.
I mean, it is a deep red state. So it's just it's comedy. It's we've almost hit the point where if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
Exactly. That's what we are. I will say, I will say Justin, because I do have to I'm gonna go to the next guest, but Justin, all
Yeah,
right, I'm
absolutely.
gonna do this thing I don't normally do. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot you a follow. All right, shot you a follow. If you want, you can follow me back. You don't have to. But thank you
Absolutely.
so
Yeah, man, I appreciate the conversation. Look, like I said, I've gotten to the point where I'm willing to hear other viewpoints. So I appreciate you giving me the time and
yeah.
talking and being polite. So yeah, I gave you a follow back. I appreciate it.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much for coming by, Justin. You have a great night, love.
You too. Thanks.
See, guys, that was a very civil conversation. Very civil. Very. Oh, I have the bubble headphones. Thanks, guy. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, if you're regretting your vote, then all I can see, that's the thing. All right. Okay, I'm going to point out the difference. The difference between the young man that I just spoke with and pretty much every other person that voted for Donald Trump that has expressed some type of regret, he didn't at one point try to defend his decision. He was honest about why he voted. He realized that he made the wrong decision. He recognizes the error and also the harm that Donald Trump is currently causing. And he's moving forward from there. That is the difference between Justin and every other former Trump supporter that I've ever spoken to. So yeah. So there's that. There's that. Whew, yes, he acted like an adult. I know, that was crazy. Crazy, right? Yeah, like an adult. What? I didn't know people could do that still. All right, guys, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All of the good things. All right. Child. If you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and get in the box. Get in the box. So let's have some conversations. All right, let's do that because why not? I don't think that I'm going to be on for much longer, guys, because I have to do something with the bubs. So there's that. So we'll see what happens. But for now, let's work on the Let 'em Cook. All right. And we have Black Star Millionaire on the panel. Black Star, do you know that you're here? Oh, thank you, Sky. Hi, Black Star.
I do, and I'm not
Good.
MAGA, but
Okay.
I'm a vet.
So, okay.
And I
Awesome.
was just going to expound a little bit about what's going on in
Sure.
DC. I'm a regular panelist on Union Gang, and they've been there 24 hours a day since they called in the National Guard, but then they armed them. So
Yes.
we have veterans there day and night, and they're going live. Jay Carey is a part of the Union Gang also. The Secret Service, once he burned the flag, they round him up, and it took like maybe 6 hours or whatever to determine where he was.
Oh, wow.
And they are still there. They're not leaving until they send the National Guard in. So we are trying to rotate. Like this weekend, I wish I could go, but I can't. But I'm gonna shoot for next week.
Mhm.
And Erica,
Yes, ma'am.
it's pure performance.
Almost definitely.
That's
They
all
have
it
them
is.
picking up trash.
Yes.
Like, what are we doing?
And the money that is being spent to do that, it is so unfortunate because National Guard, you know, they get together once a weekend.
Yep.
Their training is not like a regular active duty training. Those guys, you know, they're not feeling real good about being there. I know that for certain. And it's unfortunate that he is using them just to, I don't know, get props. But the main point that I wanted to make
Mhm.
is what he's doing with the military it's making us look weak. And it's making, if we had any countries that wanted to maybe possibly infiltrate, he's giving them like the thumbs up. I'm a Marine. And when he sent Marines to California, it was unlawful.
It was unlawful.
Marines are trained to do one thing, which is take as many lives out as you possibly can, and as quickly as you can get in and get out. And
Miss Blackstar, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Because there is this there's this belief in the United States that the military has to do whatever the president says they have to do. So they have to follow his orders because he's the commander in chief. All right. Is that a true statement?
The statement is true.
Mm-hmm.
But on its face, if the top level 4-star generals, that majority of which are located at the Pentagon,
Mm-hmm.
and throughout several bases, if they get together and determine that what this president is asking the military to do against its own United States citizens,
Mm-hmm.
they can intervene. So if it gets to a point where it is absolutely unlawful, and because we're not supposed to be against our own citizens.
Exactly.
The U.S. So my only solace is the generals who, I mean, I'm talking about, it's diehard.
Yeah.
They've invested 25, 30 years of their life. And what I hold on to is they are not going to allow Trump to tarnish their entire military career and allow him to destroy this country. I have to believe that. And
we're hoping so, because they only can follow lawful orders, and turning the military against, the citizens that they've been sworn to protect.
Exactly.
That is unlawful.
It is.
That is unlawful. Jason, I literally just proved you wrong, because they're only supposed to follow lawful orders. Like literally, that's what they're supposed to do. So I get kind of perplexed at the people who have been so willing to just bow down. Like, it feels like these people, like, if this were Obama, Biden, hell, even if this were Bush or Clinton, they'd be like, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. So I'm like, what is it about Donald Trump that makes these people be like, you know what? Press me harder, daddy. Sorry to say that in front of you, Black Star. It's a thing I do. But what is it about him that makes people just be like, yes, we'll do whatever it is that you say. No, we're not going to go against you. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand it. Like, the mind of them. I should get my aunt up here. She explained it kind of well the other day, but I didn't retain it. So that's on me.
I just think it's their cult. And they are easily misled. They lack education, and they're followers. So when you don't do your own research and you're not checked in, and you have someone who, if you notice, every rally he repeats the the exact same thing.
That is true.
And they stand there like zombies looking up at him like he's a god, just absorbing everything that he's saying. They're not even themselves anymore. They're being
Exactly.
taken over. And even the Republicans, there are some Republicans that I believe are not MAGA. And let me tell you,
Mhm.
they are thinking about their cushy lifetime job they could potentially lose. At some point, they are going to go behind the scenes with these generals, and somebody is going to have to come up with some kind of way to stop this man.
Exactly. They're gonna have to do something. And one thing, Nemo talked about this the other day. See, my aunt, she was talking about like narcissism and whatnot, and how they see him as like a father figure. Nemo, he's another creator on the app. I'm not sure, you might know him. He's
Mhm.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But Nemo talks about the sunk cost fallacy. So they have invested so much of themselves, like their identity is intertwined with everything that Donald Trump that he does, that they can't let it go.
Mhm.
They can't let it go. So,
And
like,
and
it's bad.
and they won't.
Mhm.
They, if something was to happen to Donald Trump, because it's
Mhm.
been brought up,
Yep.
they're gonna go away. JD Vance is not gonna be the person that they'll turn to next to look for guidance.
No, you
They
won't.
will go away. I mean, at this point, I don't know whether they're gonna take each other out, take themselves
Mhm.
out. It's not gonna be good for them, and they so far gone.
Vance doesn't
And I
have
don't
the
think
charisma.
no, no,
He doesn't.
and
Yeah. He also has a
he
brown
doesn't.
wife. I'm
Isn't that
sorry.
the craziest thing?
It is. I kind of stick to that point because a lot of what MAGA is rooted in racism. All right, which of course is nothing but a system of white supremacy. Like we know what it is, and they're not going to accept her as the first lady. They're just not going to do it. They're not.
No.
And so there's that. They're just unfortunately they're not. He's not the one. I don't know how it is, even though he's super young. Like I think JD Vance is only like what 40, 42 years old. He's young. How old is that man? If I have to remember all of this stuff,
He has to be at
he's
least
41.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, he's
Let me tell
41.
you. Let me tell you
Hmm.
who I believe is the architect, and I've been saying this all along.
Peter Thiel.
And
Oh, I tried to guess. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Stephen Miller.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Let me tell you something. This person is diabolical.
Absolutely.
And when you add that with the fact that in his mind, for real, and he's brilliant.
In
He's a
his mind.
graduate of no, he graduated from Duke University. He's not a
He's not.
unsmart person.
No, he's not. No. And that's one thing also, Miss Blackstar, is that I want people to stop thinking that they're all stupid, because they're not.
Right.
I think we get into a habit of calling them stupid, that we assign that to all of them. No.
No. Now Peter Thiel was one of them, but with the fact I looked back at some videos or whatever when he
Mhm.
was like 16 or 17. This man has been this way
Yep.
for a long time. And when you put smarts, I'm sorry,
With evil.
with evil,
Yeah, it's a really
It's
bad
it's
combination.
it's bad,
Yeah.
bad. All of these things, because clearly Trump is not competent to
No,
come
he's a
up with
useful idiot.
everything.
That's all he is. Ew, Stephen Miller is going to be 41 years old this year. Like, ew. Like, guys, like the majority of my audience that watches my shows, because I look at analytics, sometimes are like between the ages of like 35 to 42. That's like my range, right? And it's mostly women, but that's my range. Could you imagine that you could have went to school? I'm almost 60. So
Are you really? I thought you was joking when you said that.
okay, between us, lean in. I'm 39 because I can't lie to you. I'm 39.
Okay.
Okay, but don't tell
Okay.
anybody. Our
I
secret.
won't.
Okay, cool. Okay, bet.
I'm 57.
No, you're not. I don't
Swear.
believe you. I don't believe you.
Dr. Gross
Mm-hmm.
use his products.
Dr. Gross?
They are
Okay,
the
all right,
best.
bet.
Yes.
Dr. Gross.
the
I'll look
best.
into it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but chat, I'm almost 60. But imagine for the most of you, all right, y'all could have went to school with Stephen Miller. Like, think about that. Like the little schnotzy. But yeah, he's dangerous. He's dangerous because he is smart. He just doesn't have the, I don't know what it is. Like Donald Trump, I guess he has a way with people. I don't see it, but people see it. They like him for some reason or another. And like the people around him don't have that. They don't have that je ne sais quoi like him, that's something special that I can't put my finger on it. They don't have that. And so that's why they play the background. But they're the ones who are really pulling the strings here, like a Bannon and definitely Stephen Miller. He's his policymaker. He is literally the one that writes all these policies like the no tolerance policy. He wrote that. All right. These EOs that are being written, I swear that is definitely Stephen Miller that's writing those.
Definitely.
Trump is just a puppet.
Anything involving cruelty,
Mhm.
Stephen Miller has something to do with it. He's been like that. I mean, I think that tape that I watched, he was 17
Yeah.
and horrible. And it's scary. But I'm proud of you. I mean, because you still are younger than me, even though you're 60.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm the youngest.
Mhm. Yep.
Listen, keep doing what you're doing, and we got to keep our boot on his neck.
Yes.
About this Epstein
Yes.
gate
so true.
and all of this.
Yep.
We gotta get him up out of here.
Exactly.
I don't know if you have children or not, but I have a 27-year-old and a 31-year-old, and I refuse for them not to have what I've had in my life. So I'm gonna fight. That's
literally it.
That's what I do.
He is my reason. I call him Bubba. He's 11, and he definitely is my reason. I don't want people walking around with misinformation and disinformation. I want people to be informed. He is my reason, and I definitely don't want him growing up in a world where especially just because of the color of his skin, he'll be subjugated to harm. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want him growing up just because of his learning disability that he'll be subjugated to harm. And so no, we got to get rid of him. We have to get rid of the entire movie. He's the head. We're gonna cut it off at the head, but we still got to get rid of the body. So
yeah, cut
but-
the head of the snake.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Correct.
Well, Miss Blackstar, thank you so much, so very much for coming up tonight. I appreciate you. All right, let me shoot you a follow back. There we go. All right, and thank you so much. You're welcome at any time.
Take care.
Of course. Have a great night, love.
You too.
Hey, drop some hearts in the chat for Miss Blackstar. Drop some hearts in the chat. Two great conversations in a row. Can we go for three? Can we go for three? All right. If you're a Trump supporter, get in the box. Get in the box. Wait, is that one of my favorite young men in the box there? Is he coming up? I can't see. Oh, there we go. Did I press the button? Oh, fudge. I pressed the wrong button. Darn nabbit. Okay. Hi. Hi. Hey, Quentin.
Hola.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Glad to hear it. Are you back in school yet?
I am. It's my second week.
Oh, yeah. You having fun?
Yeah, it's been pretty fun.
That's good to hear. Long time no see.
Yeah. I
You
tried to
been
join
busy?
the other day, but you didn't let me up.
I didn't
But
let
it's
you
okay.
up. No, I saw you and I went to go let you up. But then when I went to go let you up, you were gone. And I was like, where the hell you go?
Oh,
Patience, my child. Patience.
well, yeah, I'm back. Well, not back, but
Not back,
I went on
but back.
hiatus for a while,
Okay.
for like the whole summer.
That makes sense. We all could use a break sometimes. That makes sense. Are you going to hang out?
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't
Awesome.
have anything else to do.
Okay, great. All right. So, guys, Quentin is here. So, Socrates is here with us. All right. Make sure you show him all of the love while he is here. Let's keep doing all of the good things, tapping the screen, sharing the live. All right. YouTube, keep the comments rolling. YouTube, I have no idea what it is that you're talking about, but y'all be talking about some stuff and it's hilarious. Okay. So, yes, keep doing all of the good things, guys, especially while Quentin is here. All right. Hi, Brian. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. All right. If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
49.
49. Okay. All right. Wonderful.
Mhm.
All right. So I think that MAGA is scared to defend Trump. All right. You have the opportunity to prove me wrong. All right. What would you like to defend Donald Trump on tonight?
Oh, I mean, there's anything you want to talk about, pretty much. But I just want to question one thing. So when you say like Washington, D.C., or him sending in the National Guard is bad, do you approve of crime, especially in major cities? I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, which is terrible, very, very bad. And you don't go downtown, you don't go to South Third, you don't go to Orange Mound. That's just a place you don't go. It just doesn't happen. But Washington, D.C. has some very, very bad areas. So just by sending them in, which is reduce the
I'm sorry. You were asking a question. What was your question?
Yeah,
You
I'm just
asked me,
saying.
do I approve of crime?
I'm just asking. Do you say you don't approve of the National Guard, but do you approve of all the crime in the major cities?
Do I approve of crime? That's your question. I
Yes.
just want to make sure.
Yeah. Do you approve of all the crime in the major cities? Because that's where most of the crime happens, right? The major.
I think that's a pretty that's a broad and actually loaded question.
Okay.
All right. I don't think that anyone approves of crime. No one approves of crime. I don't approve of crime.
Yep.
All right. However, I also don't approve of sending in fully dressed military men, so guardsmen with service weapons to patrol a city that is experiencing a 30-year low in violent crime. So I don't approve of that either. I don't approve of DEA agents and ATF agents, also ICE, walking around neighborhoods harassing citizens trying to live their everyday life, such as when they they basically accosted a young man who was filming his surroundings, and they snatched from his hands his cell phone, then arrested him and detained him. They had to let him go because they didn't have any charges on him. So I don't approve of that. I don't approve of having people pulled from their everyday lives to go patrol a city and essentially be landscapers, because what they're doing is beautification work, picking up trash and whatnot. I don't approve of that. They didn't sign up to do that. So I don't approve of that. What I do approve of, though, go ahead, Quentin.
I'm just curious. Do you approve of crime that happens
in all of the red states?
Well, when you classify something as red states, I love this how y'all state that, but you've got red states, but you've also got blue states. If you've ever been up north, it's all Democrats. If you've ever been to California, you can't even mention that you're a Republican, or you're going to be actually people will make fun of you and harass you
That has nothing to
in
do
California.
with the
But as far as
question.
red states,
The one,
so what state are you talking about? Let's just talk in general.
yeah, it's just red states in general. Like if you look at
What
violent
red state?
crime, hold on, violent
You-
crime especially. If you look at violent crime, you'll see that majority of violent crime happens in red state. And in fact, not only does it happen in these red states, if you were to take out the blue cities in those red states, you would still have more violent crime than any blue state.
That's not true. What red state are you talking
That
about?
is true.
Exactly. No, that's not true.
You want me to
Where's
look
your
it up?
facts from? What is the facts that you're stating that from?
I can pull it up for you if you'd like.
But
you're-
you
you're-
just mentioned,
you're saying you're pulling it
hold
up.
on. You just mentioned Memphis, right?
Yes,
Memphis is
yes.
in the state of Tennessee.
Which
Who's
is
your
red.
It's a red
Who's your
state.
governor?
Who's the governor?
Yeah, who's the governor of Tennessee?
I'm not sure. I said I was from Memphis. I don't live there now.
Oh, you
No,
don't live there
brought
now?
up Memphis.
Yeah,
You
but
brought it up,
Memphis is 100% Democrat.
Memphis is
You
red.
know
right?
that, of course.
Memphis is within the state of Tennessee. All
Mhm.
right. The governor is Bill Lee. He's a Republican. Tennessee is a
Okay.
red state. All right. So the question that Quentin is actually asking you
Mhm.
is, all right, and I'm rephrasing it, Quentin. I hope you don't mind.
That's okay.
Why isn't Donald Trump sending the guard to the cities that are experiencing violent crime? Just as an example, Memphis, Tennessee, New Orleans, Louisiana, that are based in red states. Their governors are Republicans. Why isn't he sending the guard there? I think it's Brian.
I know this is the narrative to say that it's on every. If you watch Ground News, you can exactly see it, but or their website. But I know y'all are saying red states, and you've got blue cities. That's a lot of places, except for like California, New York. But when you're sitting here saying this, Washington D.C. looks terrible. You can go to Washington, D.C., you can go to Asheville, North Carolina, you can go to Raleigh, North Carolina, you can go to Memphis, you can go to all these cities, and they look terrible. We shouldn't have homeless 100%.
I'm sorry. Where do they look terrible? Because literally was just in Washington, D.C. in November of last year.
Mhm.
Took my child on a museum tour and also to the Washington Monument.
Yes.
Perfectly fine. Drove around the city. Perfectly fine. That's anecdotal for you because that's what you're doing. So where is that?
So
Where is this? It looks so. I know you have,
Where it
Shauna. I
looks
know.
bad?
I know. Know what? Know what I'm gonna do.
probably
Shauna
gonna use
actually resides in DC.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'll allow her to speak with you. And what I'm
Okay.
going to tell you, Brian, is that you will remain respectful. You're not going to overtalk her at any point or any time. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I just want to
Yes,
make sure
ma'am.
that we're all on the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
page.
I was
Okay.
speaking, but you spoke over me. I was trying to explain something.
Well, I advise you not to speak over me, Brian. So look, I'm in DC. I want you to tell me exactly where the crime is. Just tell me what, because there are dangerous places in every city across the US, of course. But you tell me the 2 wards where there are issues in DC. Just give me some DC knowledge because you don't know jack shit. I promise you that. Come on. I'm waiting. Don't look it up.
Oh.
Tell me exactly where the crime is in DC.
Can
Tell
I
me
speak?
how come
Can
I can
speak?
walk around in DC with my jewelry on. I can go to City Center. I can walk around at night and I am just fine and have been for years. Now, I'm not denying that DC has had its issues with carjackings and the youth and all that crap. But what I'm saying is that it's political theater what's happening right now in DC, and you fucking know it, and you're purposely being obtuse. I'm so sick and tired of you people that don't even live in DC coming up and just spewing, it's so dangerous, the criminals, the thugs, aka Black people. And respectfully, you can fuck off because I'm really, really getting sick and tired of it. I live here. This is my home. No one is denying crime. No one's saying that we want crime to happen. And all the boot licking fucking cucks in the comment sections that I keep telling them to crest up, the same goes for you. You don't fucking live here. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just spewing hate just to spew it. And I'm just over all of y'all bitches. I'm over it.
Can I speak?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you're taking me as racist, I think that was a comment. Maybe I have a house in Alexandria, Virginia. I don't know if you know where that is.
I
But
do know where
one-
Alexandria is because guess what? Guess what? I have a property in Old Town. Sorry, I apologize. I apologize. You let me speak. I apologize. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I just want to say a couple of things. Russell Cathy, he's a police officer up there. He's had his car stolen twice. Good friend of mine. He lives on live
Who's
Smith
Cathy?
Street. I don't know the exact address, but he's a cop, and he got mugged, and they took his wallet, took everything out of his car, his briefcase, and everything. He got shot in his car twice. That's just this year.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
you
one
actually-
person was carjacked. That's crazy.
And this is what I'm talking about. Are you done, Brian? I want
You
to
just asked me you asked me for examples. I'm just trying to give you examples. I
That's
can't.
not what I asked you. I said, give me examples of where crime is happening in DC, not the surrounding areas.
In DC, it's
Yeah, DC proper.
Live Smith Street. I don't have the exact. I could get the address. It'd take me a few minutes to text him. But
Oh,
in DC, it happened. He's actually a police officer there.
But I do want to state something here, though,
Yes.
Brian,
Yes,
is
ma'am.
that in regards to motor vehicle theft, aka carjackings, all right, from 2023 to 2024, that actually decreased by 25%. All right, from August 8th of 2024 through August 8th of 2025, carjackings, actually that percentage stayed the same, so it was down by 25%. So it's something that's actually been decreasing. They're having less of them. Just like, again, DC is experiencing a 30-year record low in violent crime. So it's like, what are we doing? You don't get to justify it because, how can I put this? I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. This is not about crime. You need to look at the bigger picture. All right. This is a testing ground for Donald Trump. All right. To see if he's actually going to be able to do this in other cities. All right. And so once we get that point, like we cement that point, the next thing is that you don't want to actually answer because you keep talking about blue cities. Yes, blue cities exist, but red states also exist. All right. Why isn't Donald Trump going after any of these blue cities in red states? He is going after Maryland, which has a Democratic governor, Wes Moore, and he's going after right now Illinois, which has a Democratic governor in Jay Pritzker. So why isn't he going after, like, say, a Tennessee or a Louisiana or an Arkansas? Why isn't he?
Can I answer that, please?
Yeah, go ahead and answer it.
Okay, he's only been in office for what, 7 or 8 months, whatever.
Don't tell us it's about time. That's a silly answer, sir.
I know y'all are gonna laugh at this, but yes, if he does go to Washington D.C., he is gonna go to the other states, and he's gonna correct the problem.
DC is not a state.
Thank you. It's
Okay.
not a fucking state.
I'm sorry.
They don't have, DC
You
does
asked
not
me-
have the same rules.
Okay.
These-
You asked me why he's not going to the red states. He is going to go to
Mhm.
these states, I'm sure, and hopefully correct all the issues, and hopefully we can get all the homeless people off the streets, the veterans. I'm a veteran myself, but I try to help veterans if at all possible. But hopefully we can get all the homeless people off the street. One of my houses in Asheville, North Carolina, got spray painted, homeless people living in it. Terrible situation. Terrible. Let's help these people to stop this and not just give them money, not just let them beg on the streets. Let's produce housing and help them out. And if
I have a question. I have a question.
Yes,
I want
yes.
you to stop. I don't want you to monologue. I'm being serious. I'm saying that kindly. Like, I don't want you to monologue. We're gonna go through something really quick. We're gonna do something. All right. We know that Washington D.C. All right, it's not a state. It's literally a district. All right. So we're gonna leave that one out of it.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna ask you a question. All right. And then we're gonna go over this. It's gonna be fun. All right. Chicago, Illinois. Is Illinois a blue or red state?
Illinois is 100% a blue state.
New York City, New York. Does New York City fall within a red state or a blue state?
It's
red
blue.
state or blue
of
state.
course.
Blue?
It's blue.
Okay. Okay, cool. Baltimore, Maryland, because we just went over this. Red state or blue state? Maryland.
I'm not 100% sure on Maryland. I
We
haven't.
just went over it. It's a blue state.
Yeah, I'll agree with you. I don't know exactly though, to be honest.
Yeah. Los Angeles and Oakland, California, do they fall within a blue state or a red state?
Oh, they're blue 100%.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Does it fall within a
I'm
red
not
state?
sure.
Okay. Their governor is Josh Shapiro. He's a Democrat.
Yes.
Okay. These are, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and including DC, 7. These are the 7 cities and the 6 states that Donald Trump has threatened to send the Guard to, thus far only deploying the Guard to Washington, D.C. However, with that being said, in the top 20 most violent cities in the United States of America, over half of them fall within red states. And guess what? He hasn't mentioned not no word whatsoever about sending the Guard to the red states. Brian, make it make sense.
Defend that.
And once again, I'm 100% sure they're going to be going to all the states. They're going to take care of this problem, hopefully, and I hope they do. I hope they go to Memphis next.
Erica, why is it always vibes and feelings?
It's always
It's not
vibes and feelings.
I'm just saying.
It's always hopes, dreams, and aspirations. That's what it is. That's
Well,
literally
a lot
what
of
it is.
people- a lot of
Because
people- a lot of
Donald
people-
Trump could mention these states, these cities. He has not. He hasn't. That is what we're trying to tell you. He hasn't mentioned them. So guess what? We can only believe what it is that he is saying. And from what he is saying about sending the Guard to these blue cities in these blue states, is that he has no intention whatsoever of sending them to these blue cities in these red states, because those governors are doing his bidding. That is why. They're doing his bidding and they're not speaking out against him.
Didn't Donald Trump win Pennsylvania?
Who
Did he win the
runs
votes in
Pennsylvania? Who runs Pennsylvania? Who runs Pennsylvania,
I'm
my
just
dear?
saying. Didn't
He won
you
this
said Josh
past
Shapiro.
election. Pennsylvania did turn red.
Yes.
The question is, because I need you to think critically here. I'm being serious. Who
Mm-hmm.
runs Pennsylvania? Who's their president? Who's their governor? Good God, it's rubbing off.
Like you said, Josh Shapiro, but I mean,
Josh
that-
Shapiro is a what?
he's a Democrat.
Okay, all right, case closed. I mean, there's nothing further to discuss. He's targeting blue
Also-
cities and blue states.
Also, Eric, if you notice, this Brian doxed his very good friend publicly on this live earlier.
I did what?
Yeah, what?
He doxed his friend. The police officer gave his full name and everything in Alexandria.
Oh,
Well,
you
that's
doxed
his
your friend?
nickname. It's not his full name. It's not his
Wait, can I get
what
this?
we call him, Russell.
Most definitely.
But that's not his name.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you can look him up. Look up Russell Caffey and see if he's a police officer.
Hold on one moment,
In
Brian.
the past few decades, red states or states that have voted Republican have had a higher unaliving rate per capita.
Well, one thing you have to remember.
Wait, just remember, this is excluding the blue cities.
Well, you got to take in population into account. There's going to be more population in the rural area than in the
Per
cities.
capita means this says per capita.
I'm sorry. What is this that you got? What does it say?
Because I have some information here too. Shout out to Manny. Good God, Manny. I legit am going to have to start paying you. But I have
Yes,
some
sir.
info. Like to go on to what Quentin is saying right here, because per capita definitely means per person. I just want to let you know that. So that's what per capita is. This is per the Third Way, All right, so thirdway.org, they did an actual in-depth report. It's called the 2-decade red state murder problem is what it's called. If you want to look into it, Brian. All right, and one of the most significant things that they found is that over the 21-year span in which they conducted their research, the red state murder gap widened from a low of 9% when they started in 2000, and that was per capita. And I'm sorry, it's actually in 2003 and 2004, to actually going up to 44% per capita in red states in 2019. So homicides, murders, all right, in red states has steadily increased. Do you hear that? Shouldn't we be concerned about that or no?
Well, I would like to look at those statistics, but
Are you okay with crime?
no, I'm not okay with crime.
It just goes back to the question, like, why is Donald Trump targeting red states or blue states rather than where the actual crime is being committed?
I mean, there's crime being committed in every county, city, state of all of America.
Yeah, but there's more crime being committed in red states than there are blue states. So why is he only targeting blue states was the question.
Well, one, you said a blue state of like Pennsylvania, that was red. They voted for Trump. But how are you calling that a blue state? And they voted for Trump.
We already explained that. Like Erica explained that.
I was about to say, they already went over
You
that.
just said who runs it. You said
Yeah,
who runs the state is Josh
Okay,
Shapiro.
and so the statewide races for Pennsylvania are both senators and the governor. All right. And I know that what's his face? Wow, names. Shit. The senators. The Pennsylvania senators. Dude's like 7 foot tall. Looks like a wrestler. Had a stroke.
What
Turbo Zionist.
We got Fetterman, his weird ass.
Fetterman. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, Fetterman. And then who's the other one? Is it McCormick?
Yes, McCormick. And McCormick is a Republican. Yep.
Ah, okay. So yeah, in both so in the governorship and in I think it was the most recent Senate race, unless McCormick ran in 24. It was Democrats being picked.
Yep.
So like,
thank you.
I mean, it's the equivalent of me saying that Georgia is a blue state, right? Which, you know, hopefully one day that will be the case. It's not really. Like, both of our senators are Democrats. That's cool. But like, the state has a history of voting red. The governor is a Republican.
Yes, sir. But Georgia is very, very close between red and blue. But what they were saying was just an example. Pennsylvania, that was voted. They voted for Trump. So it's not real. Is it really a blue state?
You think that Michigan's blue?
Is Michigan blue?
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Yeah, they voted for Trump, so it's just like Georgia. Half and half.
Time out.
You tell me Michigan's blue, even though they have a trifecta.
Guys,
the governor of both houses in the state are Democrat controlled. It also has a consistent history of voting blue.
No, did Michigan vote for Trump?
Yeah, I understand.
Why are you not listening? Stop it. Stop.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. I didn't want to have to use the voice. Okay. So, Brian, I don't know. I'm being serious. I'm not exactly sure what it is you're not understanding about this. All right. It literally is about party affiliation. Okay. All right. So, again, in the 6 states that Donald Trump is targeting, the major cities, all right, along with the District of Columbia, they're all blue and they're all ran by Democrats. Okay. Okay. I apologize to you for using colors. I should have said Democratic or Republican. I should have did that. My apologies to you for using colors. All right. But the main thing here is that Donald Trump is not actually attacking or sending the guard where crime actually is persistent and consistent in places where the violent crime rate has actually increased, like Little Rock, Arkansas, or Memphis, Tennessee again. All right. Or New Orleans. I mean, we even have don't we have like a place in like Oregon also? Like he's not targeting those places. He's going after specific places. All right. If you look deeper into it, yes, y'all want me to mention St. Louis. So St. Louis, Missouri. So he's not targeting those places. Where he's targeting, all right, is places that are predominantly Black. Also places that could sway or swing a vote for him, because what Donald Trump is wanting to do is he's wanting to restrict people's access to their First Amendment right. He wants to make them afraid so that they don't get out and protest. And not only will they not get out and protest, but also he wants to prevent them from voting. This is all literally in an attempt to rig the 2026 midterm election, because Donald Trump knows that he has fucked up. He's not going to maintain control of the House and the Senate. And so he's doing everything that he can to ensure a victory in November of 2026. Oh, guys, and also hold on, another thing. I'm sorry, Shauna. Another thing, guys, he fucking knows that like if we get control of the House and the Senate, that stupid bill is going to be the very first thing that gets repealed. The big unattractive bill is going to go bye-bye. He knows that. He knows it. He wants to keep his tax cut. He wants to keep his tax cut for him and his billionaire friends. So that is why. It's the long game here, Brian. You're very short-sighted. And I say that with kindness. You are being very short-sighted here. You have to look at the bigger picture.
Not only he has to look at the bigger picture, why can't he just accept the goddamn truth? Like,
Girl.
what is it? What is it that you guys cannot just get off your knees and just remove the eggplant from your mouth and take a breath? It's okay to be Republican and still be wrong. It's okay to be conservative and still be wrong about this maniac, orange, fucking psycho that we put in the White House. Well, not we, but you know what I'm saying? He is our president, unfortunately.
Sadly.
I just don't understand it. I just like we can like throw the data at you, the facts. It could come from Donald Trump's fucking disgusting mouth, and you guys will still try to spin it. And I will never, ever understand it.
Makes no sense whatsoever. Go ahead, Brian. The floor is yours.
I do appreciate I understand what you're saying. I don't think anything about what you say is correct. There is a level of hate in this world now that is insane compared to like when Barack Obama, it was like, let's make a good America. Let's have a good America. No. And now it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. But we really need to get back to the basics and stop all the craziness. Law and order needs to come back. Let's help all our people that are homeless. And if I seriously think he's going to go to all the cities if possible. Or if they say he can't go, then he's not going to do it and nothing's going to happen. We're going to be back in the same boat at 2028. And it's just going to be our deficits at $39 trillion.
Hey Brian, I don't mean to interrupt. I have a question. So in DC in particular, I'm not familiar with all the states, especially with the homeless. He either wants the homeless to check themselves into a mental facility, correct me if I'm wrong, Erica, or he's going to give them a fine. Not every person on the street in DC are like mentally insane or mentally disabled or have issues. They just cannot afford.
Or have any type of substance abuse issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's either they just rehab facility or shelter.
Right. So what they're doing while they're out waiting for availability in shelters, while they're waiting, they unfortunately are stuck on the streets. That does not make them criminals. That does not make them disgusting. That doesn't make them like, it's almost like you guys think they're in the way. So I want you to tell me, why do you think it's okay to either fine them or to just throw them in a mental facility because they are waiting for shelter, or they just simply can't get a job because there's like no jobs in DC. I have been looking for a job for 3 freaking months, highly qualified, but there's just no freaking work. So explain to me why it's okay just to find people who already can't afford to live or get in a shelter, or why is it okay to throw them in a mental health facility because they're just simply in the tourist way? Because right now, Donald Trump and administration are catering to the tourist. They're not catering to the people of DC. There's over 60% of us that do not want the National Guard here, that do not want excessive police force patrolling the areas. We don't want that. He's catering to the tourists, period.
I do not agree with charging somebody for being homeless. But now, if they are on serious drugs and they're out screaming and yelling, maybe they need to go to a detox or a mental institute to get clean, not be put back on the street immediately once they get clean. I don't agree with that. I don't know the policy up there. All I can tell you right now is the Asheville, North Carolina area, and it's
Only 15 to 30% of homeless people are addicts.
I'm sorry, what? 30% is what?
In the 30% of homeless people are actually addicts.
So not even a majority.
Okay. So, well, okay, I understand that too, and well, I'm not saying charge them, but there are a lot of people that are doing drugs. I'm not going to quote. I can quote you 100 different places in Asheville, but but I'm not saying that. But I just say I think we should definitely
another city in the same red state that Donald Trump's not addressing any issues in. It's like I at this point, Brian, I do feel that you are just choosing to be like willfully ignorant. Yeah, obtuse also. But you're choosing this because it's like you don't want to see the truth. If that makes sense. Like after you leave this space, what are you gonna go do, Brian?
What am I gonna do? Nothing. I'm just taking it easy. Probably get in the hot tub.
Exactly.
Just take it easy.
I know, right? Exactly. Just go about the rest of the day still believing everything that you came up here believing, right?
Yes, because I mean, what
Can I tell
y'all
you something?
change?
Can I tell you something? All right, I just want to tell you something.
Ma'am.
And I don't hate you. Right. I just hate all of the choices that you make, because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. Mm-hmm. That's all.
Good fucking bye.
You really wanted to do that, didn't you, Shauna?
I did. It felt so good. It felt so good.
Bruh.
I don't know, just for like weeks now, I have been just listening and I've just been watching, and just the hate that these people have in their hearts. And I'm not necessarily saying it's Brian. I just think he's willfully, like you said, ignorant and obtuse.
Yep.
But there's just so much hate
Yes.
for DC for some weird reason out of the clear blue.
Here's the thing,
And these
though,
people don't
Shauna.
even live here.
They don't. But here's the thing, Shauna, is that when I mentioned the name of the study, he said that I like to look into that, right? So when he said I like to look into that, in my mind, he made a mental note of the study. That's why I asked him, what are you going to do when you get off, when you leave here? And he said nothing, go into the hot tub. That's what he said. He said, go into the hot tub. I said, okay, all right, cool. I don't want to talk to you no more. Brain said, nope. Brain said, nope, don't want to do it no more. But guys, shout out to Flo for the $10. They said guest keeps mentioning his properties. Is he a landlord? But yet keeps saying that we need to help these homeless people. Who's we, Brian? Who's we? Who the hell is we, Brian? Is you? You need to help these people, Brian. You own the properties. Rent them out. Matter of fact, don't even rent them out. All right. Do the altruistic thing. Let them live in your home, Brian. Do that.
He's not letting that happen.
He's not letting. Oh fuck! Now he's a capitalist. Of course, he's not letting.
And he kept focusing on Memphis, and I'm like, didn't he say he didn't even live there anymore?
Yeah,
he's from there.
Exactly. But then he mentioned
And I'm just
another
like,
city.
He
mentioned Nashville.
it drives me crazy. We're listening to what they say and we can regurgitate the bullshit they say. But when we're trying to educate or just speak on something, it goes in one ear, not the other. They just wait to respond versus actually absorbing what we're trying to fucking say.
Every single time. Every single time. Every single time.
God, I don't know how you do this shit, Erica. I adore you. I love you. You too, Nemo. I don't know. Oh my God. I got a gray hair. I got a gray hair.
You got a gray hair? Oh no. I have one gray hair. It's like somewhere in here. But yes. Shauna, thank you so much, my love, for coming up. I appreciate you.
Of course. Everyone, have a wonderful night. I don't know if I'm going to be on much longer. I'm sleepy.
Understandable. I'm about to actually call it because I was going to say Nemo and Quentin, any last words because I have to do something with Bubba. Super important. So I'm like, short show tonight, guys.
First.
Yep. So
Hey,
Nemo,
Izzo, now we don't give a shit, and you can just stay on mute and yap outside the club. You piece of bootlicking shit. All right, continue.
I love you, Shauna.
Bye.
Bye. Draw some hearts in the chat for Shauna, y'all. Shauna is with the shits. Okay, I just want to let y'all know that. Nemo, thank you so much for joining me. Any final words? Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I had a thing queued up regarding like the hate thing that he was saying, and then like the conversation moved away from it. But he was saying that, oh yeah, you know, there's just so much hate now, and we need to stop that. Yeah, how do you think that came about?
Exactly. Like,
There's like this so hold up, does it play it? Yeah.
Maybe hate is what we need. Maybe hate is what we need if we're going to get something done.
So that's in reference to the Central Park Five. He was saying that in 1989. So it was in 1989. It was I think a Dateline interview.
did he just say hate is what we need if we're gonna get stuff done?
Yeah, he said like the full quote is, "Of course I hate these people." And I think he says something like, "I think everyone should hate these people. Maybe hate is what we need to get something done." And it was in reference to trying to get the death penalty for them. But like, this has been his mindset for a long time. This guy is all about embracing hate, which I can tell you as you know, pissed off white boy who went through my pissed off white boy phase. Hate is one hell of a drug.
It sure the fuck is. It sure is.
It is a great way to unite a bunch of strangers, and all that you have in common is a shared hatred.
Yep. It's a fantastic unifier.
Oh yeah, and so that's what this whole movement runs on, is just a shared hatred.
Exactly. And it's like once it feels like it keeps moving targets. It just keeps moving targets. And yeah. And eventually the target that thinks that they are invincible, that they can't be touched, is going to be touched. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, poor white people. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for coming up, Nemo. I appreciate you, love. I hope you have a great night. Yep. I'll see you around.
See ya.
All right. Hey, Quentin.
Hello.
Hi. Quentin, you know what? You have to be my, because Nemo has co-hosted before. You have to be my co-host one of these nights. Just come and hang out for like the entire show and do all the fun stuff together.
What time do you go live?
Usually, you're on the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So typically around, I'll say 8:45 your time. I'll say between 8:30 and 9 o'clock your time.
I could do that.
Okay. All right. Bet. All right. We won't be on tomorrow because I'm going to be doing outside activities with my friends, but should be back Saturday. So there's that. Ooh, is Quinn here? Quinn is probably not. Quinn is probably asleep. I'm going to have to post it to my story. Okay. But before I go into all that nonsense, Quentin, any final words?
Everybody should pre-order 2K tomorrow and play it.
Is it like the basketball game?
Yeah,
Okay.
the new one comes out tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you, Quentin. I appreciate
No
you.
problem.
All right. Have a great night, love.
You too.
All right. Awesome. 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 So what I was saying, guys, is that on Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I told you I just be doing shit. All right. Nothing changed. I still just be doing shit. All right. I am going to be paneling with a bunch of amazing women. It's called No Middle Ground. Quinn is going to be hosting, but it's going to be a panel of amazing Black women, and we are going to be talking about the state of politics currently in the United States of America and what we can do to move forward. So just making our voices heard. It's going to be at 8 a.m. Saturday. Saturday, 8 a.m. That's fucking early. Saturday. So definitely we'll be doing that. Considering streaming to YouTube. So YouTube, definitely tune in if you are available. But yeah, so there's that. So yes, no, 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, so 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Yep. Central and Mountain, you have to figure it out. Okay. All right. So with that being said, YouTube, I'm going to say good night. Thank you all so much for hanging out tonight. I appreciate each and every last one of you for being here for this kind of short show that we did